Hey, I'm Chris. I live in Las Vegas and I love gear. And if you hadn't figured out by the name of the channel, the gear I love the most are Keytars. So, I hope I'm finding you all well met. It is a beautiful day in Las Vegas. We're about 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl, so I thought I would do a nice review of my favorite guitars in my collection. Now, these are my football player guitars in my collection, and I have much love for them because they have no necks. So, the first one I wanted to review is the Yamaha DX-100. But first, let's do a small tour of the no-neck guitars that I have in my collection. So, moving over here, I've got several guitars that have no necks. I laughingly, jokingly call them my football player guitars because, again, football players are known to be very muscular. They're known to have short necks or thick necks or no necks. So these are my football player keyboards. At the very top is the Korg 707. Below that is the Korg Poly 800. Below that is the Casio CZ1000, which is actually a bigger version of the Casio CZ101. And the other guitar I am reviewing today is one of my favorites as well, the Yamaha DX-100. The Yamaha DX-100 is an FM synthesizer. It has awesome strap buttons on the end so it can be worn as a guitar. And it's an FM synthesizer. It has all those classic FM sounds that you would hear from a Yamaha DX7. Not as many algorithms though. So let's go into the algorithms. Now, I'm not sure. I think it's like 32 different algorithms in the original DX7. This DX100 only has 8. So basically, you can change the sound of your patch, of your tone, by changing the algorithm, each one of these. I will go into that as we continue. Also, the editing on this guy isn't so bad. Basically, you hit either function compare or edit compare, and you could either use these menus on top in order to edit your sounds. So on the top, obviously, all of these control algorithm, feedback, your LFO, speed, delay, all of that good stuff. On the bottom, you can control little things like your MIDI channels. You could edit. You could do weird things like save to cassette. Because remember, this is a 1980s guitar, and that's how they used to save patches back in the day, to cassette, to load stuff, to load sounds. So yes, this is a DX keyboard from Yamaha. It does have those classic FM synth sounds. This is a beautiful piano. Let's see, a Vibra Bell. Ooh, I love that heavy synth. Now, the cool thing about FM synthesis is it is building all of your sounds off of an operator. Now, if you are using an analog synth, you're basically, all of your sounds are coming off of a filter from an oscillator. The oscillator is the sound maker. The filter is you are using subtractive synthesis to take away sounds from that oscillator to mold it, shape it, make it into the sound you want it to be. FM synthesis did something a little bit different. They created an operator, everything digital, everything is recorded, but you can use that software, not software, you could use their electronics in order to mold the sound, and usually they use different algorithms in order to reshape the sound in the electronics so you can make that sound whatever you want it to be. So let's show an example of how to do that. So right in front of me, I am playing my Keytar, and it's on upright piano sound. Now, let's listen to how this sounds. It's a cute little synth sound, a little artificial, very 80s sounding. Now, how are we going to change the sound? Now, I could change the pitch. I could change a whole bunch of things. I could change the speed and the delay and all of that good stuff. But The easiest way I know how to do it is to hit compare, which will bring up this on our board, and it goes right into algorithm because that was the last button I was playing with. So basically, this is the algorithm button. We are going to either use this little slider or these little up, down, increment, decrement buttons in order to change the sound. So right now I am on algorithm number 3, and this is what our algorithm 3 looks like. What I love about these 80s keyboards is that everything, the entire like instructions on how to edit are usually printed on top of the keyboard, which is so weird. But if you think about it, totally smart. So we are on algorithm 3. All right, now let's change it. Let's go down. Let's go to algorithm 2. Here we go, algorithm 2, algorithm 2. Let's see what the shape of that changing into the shape of that turns our sound into. Ooh, I like that. It's sharper, it's quicker. Let's go to algorithm 1. Algorithm 1, and let's check this out. Even sharper, even louder, even quicker. Let's skip to number 4. Algorithm 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay, still sharp, a little warmer tone. I like that. And of course, this is the shape of what our tones are taking in the algorithm. Let's try number 5. Ooh, so muted, warmer sound. Sounds like a jazz piano. I like it. So, algorithm 6. Algorithm 6. Let's see in here. Ooh, sounds like a xylophone to me. Number 7. Let's see what that sounds like. Algorithm 7. Ooh. It reminds me of Ray Manzarek and the Doors. I love that sound. Now, last algorithm on this tone, algorithm 8. And it is shaped like this. Ooh, again, sounding like a xylophone. The cool thing I love about sound editing on this guy is it's not complicated. It's pretty darn simple. The whole layout is right in front of you on the synthesizer. It honestly tells you how to edit, which is kind of awesome if you think about it. It's got beautiful FM sounds. It doesn't have all the sounds and capabilities of a DX-7, but it is an FM synthesis. It does do FM synthesis. It's a synthesizer. You can edit your sounds to any way you want them to sound, which is awesome. Where is that one sound? Heavy synth. Listen to this patch, dude. Ooh, that is hot. That is heavy. Okay, let's mess around with the algorithm. So this is algorithm 1. Algorithm 2. A little thicker, a little warmer. Algorithm 3. It's thicker, but it's heavier and it is muted. Algorithm 4. I like that. It's muted, but it's thick. Let's see. Algorithm 5. Muted, but thicker. I'm having too much fun with that. Algorithm 6. Ooh, muted again, and it sounds like jazz. I like it. Algorithm 7. Ooh. Pretty. Algorithm 8, under heavy bass. Heavy synth. Ooh, you can hardly hear nothing. It sounds like kind of raindrops falling, doesn't it? So, I could go through each and every patch in this guide. We're not doing that today. I have got to go to work. But it is my first Keytar that I am reviewing going back to the 80s. And I'm going to start with my no-neck Keytars, my football player Keytars, because the Super Bowl is just around the corner. I've decided I'm going to go through each and every one of my Keytars and start with the 1980s and review them, tell you what I like about them, tell you what they're able to do. So, just a quick review of of Yamaha's DX-100. Basically, it's a small, tiny FM synthesis keyboard. It has little strap buttons on the side so you can dance around on stage and play it. The editing is not that hard. It's not that difficult. Honestly, you could change around almost everything on this, from timing to length and all of that good stuff. But also, I like just playing around with the algorithms in it. You can find at least one sound that you like in the 8 algorithms to play the song that you're trying to play, or play the style of music that you're trying to play. You will find it in there. Again, it's small. It's like having a DX-7, but a tiny version. And I'm totally in love with it. I believe it came out in 1985, 1983. Don't quote me on that. I have to go back and, wiki now. But, again, my first in my series of football player Keytars, the DX-100. I do recommend it. It's pretty cool. It does have those algorithms. It does have MIDI in the back. I love using this wireless MIDI so I can control stuff remote, and even hook this up into a sequencer, because there is no sequencer on this guy. Let's see. There is a breath control. I never use that. There is a cassette thing. I never use that. I don't I don't program tones or patches into this guy with the cassette player. Even though that was totally 80s, and I love the 80s and I love 80s technology, that's a bit too much for me. But again, hugs, health, happiness from Las Vegas. Wishing you guys a great day. Music, synth, Keytars are life.